Alright, I think this is working. I'm just gonna try and set this up. I have my second screen over there. Alright, well, we're just gonna give it a try. So let's go to the Frost Ring Arena. We're gonna do a little Frost Ring Arena Killer V2. That's CoachFliperon's deck. He's been putting out some really great decks, so let's give it a try. Challenge. Alright, we're gonna skip this one, because screw tier 1 battles. Hoppa, continue. Alright, Munario Sensei, here we go. Come at me, bro. Oh, okie dokie. Uzu. That's us. Let's see, what does his charge powers do? So for a blood and a wild shard and 3 cost, put a random troop from your deck with tunneling underground. Tunneling, for those that don't know. Oh, you can't click it? Well, it puts it underground, so it puts the card top down, and it will activate after the tunneling cost has been paid. So that is a certain amount of turns. When a troop goes underground, it gets one of the following at random: +1 defense, +1 attack, lethal, rage 2, or deploy draw a card. Alright, that's okay, I think. And what is the passive? The passive is +1/+1. Yeah, okay, we already had that. Yeah. This hand seems pretty good, I think. I don't have the equipment for the Mind Snatch Raven. I do have the cheap equipment, the uncommon equipment, which is pretty good. Normally the card says search target opposing champion's deck for a card and put it into your hand. And with the equipment, it also says it loses all thresholds, which is pretty handy if the opposing deck is not, in our case, what do you call it, a blood sapphire. Alright, so that's a good card to have. We can open with the Ancestors Chosen. That does the following. At the start of your turn, create 2 Ancestral Spectres and put them into your deck. And an Ancestral Spectre is a 1-cost Sapphire flying troop, 2/2, that draws a card when it deploys. And deploys is coming to play. Alright, so besides that we have an Adaptatron, which you can farm, I believe, from the campaign. It's a really strong card. It has equipment, which is pretty good as well, but I'm not running its equipment. And then last but certainly not least, we have the Spirit of Retribution, which is a great card, as it has this little line: when an opposing troop attacks, if this is in your hand, you may put this into play, which is really awesome, because that means that you can catch them off guard with this card. Alright, so I think we're gonna keep this hand and we're gonna start. So Munario Sensei starts, and what is Hogarth saying? He's saying, in the arena, as in life, the strong make the rules, and that's true. That's why I'm the one in charge, of course. But let's see how your might compares to that of your adversary, shall we? Alright, let's check it out. Yeah, we're gonna F10 here. He just played Might Makes Right. At the start of your turn, if you control the troop with or tied for the highest attack, play the top card of your deck for free. Alright? So let's make sure he doesn't get the troop with the highest, or tied or highest amount of attack. I think we're gonna play out this quick shard right away, because I do want to have that Ancestors Chosen into play as soon as possible. Here we go. Alright. Yeah, resolve. So that's a tunneling troop. So this is underground now, and once the amount of tunneling that it has, so how do you say that? So for example, it might have tunneling 2. That means that in 2 turns it will untunnel and it will come up. Alright, so we didn't get another active shard. We only have the slow shard here, which gives you a resource and a charge. And a threshold, but it does not give you a resource right away on this turn. So let's play that out for blood shard, and we'll just attack with the ancestors chosen. Alright. Resolve, sure. Go for it, baby. Another tunneling troop. So I think it's pretty important that we just kill him really quickly before all these tunneling troops come into play. What do we do here? Do we want to check out his deck, steal a card? I don't think so. Actually, I think we want to have another shard. So I'll just play out this one. That way, if he doesn't build his board quickly, we can just kill him outright with the Adaptatron. Yep, F10. Alright, so he's got a lot of tunneling creatures up there. So we need to. This is a Spectral Acorn. Love those. These will really get you out of a rut, especially in the last levels of the Frosting Arena. These things are worth their weight in gold. Alright. Let's play out our shard. We got a shard. I'm happy with that. So what we can do is either buff this one, pay 3, and it will be a 3/3 Swift Strike. Or we play the Cerebral Jackhat so we can draw some more cards. I think we're actually gonna. I think we might want to raise this guy. Do we? Yeah, I think so, to be honest. Let's see what that gets us. Hoppa. Block him if you got him. No? Alright. What does he have here? Alright, the Bakizashi Ambusher. It is Rage 2, it has Stunning 3, so apparently it was already on the ground for 3 turns, and it has Speed. And then its basic power is for 2 costs, Tunnel Bakizashi Ambusher. When a Shinhara you control dies, if this is underground, this gets +1/+1. Alright, and deploy when its deploy ability is target opposing troop gets -X/-X, where X is this troop's attack, so that's 2. That's this one. Alright, so you can just kill our Ancestors Chosen, or he can really damage our Adaptatron. Let's see what he does. Oh, he damages the Adaptatron. Alright. Fair enough. And now, this is where he gets beaten by the Spirit of Retribution. Come on in, baby. Select blocker. Yep, you know it. He does have. Oh, yeah, but yeah, I'm still gonna block him. That's ugly. Oh, that is really ugly. Jesus. Oi. Alright, so I think we're gonna. Man, I think we're gonna actually have to do this. We're gonna play this one out, and we're gonna play the second Ancestors Chosen. We're gonna attack with this one, because why not? And then we're gonna wait a little longer. Man, I'm gonna get beaten up like on the first fight of the Frostring Arena on my very first stream ever. Jesus Christ. Alright, yeah, this is not looking good at all for us. Oh man, and the rune here. And what does he have it socketed with? He has Deathcry, Summoned Abomination, and he has Speed. Oh man, this is not looking good for us at all. I think we're gonna die. Yeah. Man, this is horrible. Yeah, sure, and we're gonna kill the rune here, I guess, but that still puts us down to 15. Yes, I do. I don't know why you have to click it twice. Yes, I want to activate the power. Yes, I want to activate the power. Alright, declare defense. Jeez. Yeah, I think we'll have to. And then pray we get lucky. Alright, so let's play this one out. Uh-oh. Okay, so we definitely want to keep the Spirit of Retribution so we can have them attack into that without them knowing. What are we doing here? So either we play this shard and we play the Mind Snatch and the Spectre, or maybe hope to find a one cost removal. I don't even know which one that would be. I guess we could have a Transmogrifate or something, but I'm doubting he's playing that because he's not playing Sapphire. Alright, so in that case, I guess, I mean, you know, we can block one of his guys with our spirits, and the other guy with the Ancestors Chosen, and then the Fentio. I think we have to play the Fentio just to make sure that we have something that could work out for us. So I'm gonna actually get rid of this one. So we keep the Mind Snatch Raven for later on. We keep the Spirit of Retribution, so we have something a surprise blocker for him, and then we'll just play out the shard, make it a blood one, obviously, so we can play the Fentio. And then hope that we get an activation in there and that we get some of those spiders, because we desperately need them. Alright, let's make this diamond shard in case we draw our silver talent adjudicator. We're not attacking, hell no. I don't think popping the spectral acorn will help us at the, come on, are you kidding me? Yeah, so that's really bad, because that means we're, oh man. Oh, this is not going well at all. I'm sorry guys, I was hoping for this to be kind of a festive first time, but this is not looking good. Alright, so we're obviously blocking the 8-1 with the 1-1, and then we have, yeah, this will just kill it, so can we take 6 damage? I think we can take 6 damage. Alright, so let's block these. That goes on the ground, does it not? No, it does not. Alright. Minion of Yazukan. This one does go underground when it's killed. But it can't block, so well, we're not really in attacking mode anyway now, so let's see what happens. Extinction! Wow! MVP! Thank you, CoachFliperon, for putting these in. There's only 2 of them in, I think. So yeah, obviously we're just gonna activate this and pray. Hoppa, there we go. Bam. Bye bye, goons. Is there anything we can do? This will draw us 2 cards and we have to discard 1. But we cannot play it anyway. Unless we get a shard, but if we get a shard I'd like to throw that away, so we'll just leave it. Alright, what have you got? A 3-3. And he can tunnel it for 2, and then other Shinhar he controls will have +2/+2. But then he doesn't really have any other Shinhar right now, so I guess this will be and it has Rage 2. Oh, so this is a 5-3 coming in. Alright, let's pop this one. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah, with the contract killing, man, we are drawing like a pro. Alright, so we'll get rid of this. We'll let this resolve. And then we'll contract kill this in response to his next card. Bam! There we go. Alright, now we really have to be quick about it before he gets these new guys into play. Minion of Yazukan, sure. Alright, so I think this is the time to play the Mind Snatch Raven. Let's see what we get. Maybe we get a Hero Fall or something. I'm not sure a Hero Fall would do us that much good, to be honest. He does have an Extinction. There's some Runeers. He's got the 3 Tarantulas in there, so let's hope he draws those real quickly. What are we taking here? Do we take the Extinction? Let him build up again. We might take the Extinction, you know. I think we do. Or do we take the Runeer? Nah, let's take the Runeer. Let's more fun line, I think. Ah, but now we don't have the. All right, so let's put this one on. That's a tough choice. I think in this case we're gonna get rid of the shard. I would love to play the shard, but it's better to have this one and then and obviously the Ancestral Spectre draws us a shard. That is nice. Thank you, Ancestral Spectre. Alright, so there we go. Let's attack with the mines. Oh no, it's not. It has the summoning sickness, so we can't draw it yet. Another minion of Yazukan, sure. Ah, but this one has lethal. Oh, and he's killing my Mind Snatch. But the joke's on him, kind of, because the Mind Snatch has already done its job. Now it's just a 2-1 flyer, so... I mean, he probably would have been better off just killing the Ancestral Spectre, to be honest. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Alright, another Spectral Acorn. Sure, why not? Let's see what we draw. And a Silver Talent. So we have less... no, we do have... He doesn't have any cards in hand anymore. So that means that we will draw some life, but not any cards. Which is fine, I guess. And then, do we... No, we'll just have him attack into us. I mean, what do we care, you know? We have another Silver Talent. Let's do that. Alrighty. Sure, come at me. And another Mind Snatch Raven. So what do? We really have to start killing this guy. So I think we'll just play out the Rune here. Make it grow a little bit with our Mind Snatch Raven. And then I think we're taking some removal from him, so that when one of his scary guys come into play, we can take it out. I think the best one here is to just take the Gruesome Deed. It's a cheap trick, but see how that works for us. All right, and attack for 8. Yep, let's do it. Alright, and now all his guys are coming into play. Resolve, and do they all have speed? Yeah, they all have speed, don't they? Yeah, they do. Alright, so maybe we should have kept a few guys back for this. Oh yeah, with the Tarantula! Bam! Bam, you're going down, son. Alright, so I think we're playing... can he already... bam, you're gone. Alright. Come at me, man. So his Bakizashi ambusher did manage to get our Ancestral Spectre, obviously, because that was a 2-2. And he's tunneling another card, so let's see what we get. Alrighty, baby. Sure. Go ahead. I'm fine with that. And I think the sound was just cut. Not sure why that is. Ah, no. Alright, so he has less health than we do. Do we have lethal? Yeah, I think we do. If we use this to get his pop, and then, yeah, we have it. Alright. Let's kill this one. And then there we go. Hoppa. It was not fast, but we got there in the end. Hoppa. Alright. So that's working. Okay. Let me just check if the stream thing is going well. I think so. I think it's working. I think it is. Alright. Well, let's do it again. What does Hogarth say? He says, if you were trying to impress me, I'm loath to admit you succeeded. As a reward for your next boss fight, you will start the game with 2 charges. Excellent. Alright, let's do another one. Battle Champion, Lyrical Chanter. Lyrical Chanter. Alright. Man, I love that frost board. What's it called? Frost ring board. Board of Frost. I don't know. I would have liked to have won it in the Clash last Sunday, the day before yesterday. Let's see. What do we have? We have a slow Blood Shard. a fast Sapphire Shard, we have an Adaptatron, we have a Spectral Acorn, we got a Silver Talent for the mid game. We do have an Extinction, which I don't really like to have in my opening hand, but oh well. And we have a Contract Killing, which can be a double-sided sword because on one hand it's obviously a really great card, void target troop, any troop at the start. But at the start of this is the drawback. At the start of your turn, if this is in your hand, it deals 2 damage to you. So if we we're on the draw, so that's good because if we start and he doesn't play anything out for like 2 or 3 turns, that'll cost us some life. On the other side, on the other hand, if they don't play anything out, then that's good for us, obviously. So it's kind of depends on the situation, but sometimes you can get in a rut with it. I think we're gonna keep this hand. Yep. We're gonna have him. We're gonna F10 on his turn because he can't do anything. And then always play out your Spectral Acorn first because maybe you get something that you'd like. Oh, that's not exactly what we wanted to see. But all right. So let's play out our slow shard. We want to have double blood, so we might as well play this one out and take a blood shard. Because then, I mean, who knows, if we get another fast blood shard, then we might keep this one to use its 2 pay cost, discard this, each opposing champion loses 2 health and draw a new card, which is a really nice way of combating flood. Alright. So what are we doing here? We got a Morphology, which is a really good card. We have a lot of removal. We have too much removal. And we're doing 4 damage to ourselves each turn, which is not great. But yeah, what can we do? So I guess we'll just skip the turn and hope he plays something. Plays a troop. Alright, Daybreak Diviner. I know this card from Limited. It's a pretty good card. It's a 3/2 for 3 diamond card. Deploy, create a random constant with cost 1 that you meet the threshold requirements to play and put it into your hand. So it doesn't come into play right away. Although maybe there's an equipment for that. That would make sense. Anyway, I'm really happy he plays this because then we could get to Contract Kill and not take 4 but only 2 damage next turn. And we're gone. Alright. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have F10 there in case he had some other play. No, I didn't. So what is his... So his basic charge power is pay 3, summon a random chant. And his passive is when a constant enters play, gain 1 health. Okay, so this is really a constants deck. And now he played the Death Chant, which says when a constant enters play under your control, put a random troop from your crypt into your hand. Ooh, that's a really good one. We do have a Morphology, and this is actually, it's insane, but it says put target card into its controller hand instead of troop, which you would maybe think, which is what I thought. Then transform that card into a random action of the same charge. It gets at the end of your turn. If this is in your hand, each opposing champion draws a card. So not only does it take away his card, it puts it in his hand, and if he can't play it in his turn, we draw a card, which is obviously ridiculous. So let's start with playing out our Acorn. We get a fast shard. Do we need that? Not really. No, we don't, because we don't have any 3 drops. We could, of course, buff this, but I'd rather hit the 4. I'd rather have a quick shard at the 4th turn, so that we can play our Silver Talent Adjudicator. So I'll just play a slow one here. Yeah, just play it. And then I guess we will buff this. I mean, nah. You know what? I'll just keep the Morphology in case he has some crazy plays. And another Daybreak. Alright, that's great, because that way we can get rid of our second Contract Killing. I'm not really worried about other spooky things, because we still have a Morphology, and if everything goes horribly wrong, we have an Extinction. Although in a Constance deck, that might not be the most valuable card. Okay, another constant. When a troop enters play under your control, add an incantation counter to this. If there are 5 or more, remove all incantation counters from your incantation of savagery in all zones. Then transform them into Feral Beasts. And Feral Beast is a 6/3 spell shield. Oh, that's kind of tricky. And And now, if we let this resolve, he can put a random troop from his crypt into his hand, but he doesn't have any troops in his crypt, so we'll just let it resolve for now, I think. And then we'll use our 2 open resources to buff this a bit. Alright. And there we go, we have another Sapphire Shard, so that means we can activate Uzu. Come on! And that's pretty good because now we have less cards than he does in our hand, and we also have less health. So that means we're gonna double dip and get both the health and the card draw. Bam! There we go. All right, so we just passed the turn, and let's hope he doesn't have a great turn this turn, because that means that we can buff our Adaptatron next turn. He does have something. He does have something. He has the Monk of the 6 Strikes, which is a troop, a 5/5 by now, because its deploy effect is put another card you control into your hand. If that card is a troop, it gets +2/+2. Otherwise, this gets +2/+2. And as his other card that he put into hand was his Death Chant, or what is it called? His troop, his Monk of the 6 Strikes gets +2/+2. So that becomes a +5/+5. Alright, we'll just pass the turn. And now we can... Let's see, what can we do? Well, we can buff this, but then it only becomes a 3/5, which is not enough. So I think we're just gonna Morphology his guy over there and play a shard and then buff this so we can attack for 3. Alright, do we need to? No, we don't need to take care of them. Okay. There we go, buff this baby up, hell yeah, and attack for 6. Alright, so it took us a few turns to get started, but now we're into the attacking mode and we're gonna finish him off pretty quickly, I hope. Another Daybreak, well obviously, why wouldn't he play another Daybreak? Okay, so he has some things coming into play. He has a Nature's Resolve. I don't remember this card. Target a troop you control. All your troops that share a trait with it in all zones get this can't be interrupted. Alright. This is what I've transformed his monk into. Okay. So this cannot be interrupted, and neither can any troop that is a spirit. Okay. Another constant. Ooh, and another Death Chant. Alright, that's a lucky hit. Because it's a random, right? Yeah, he has a random chant that he summons, so that's pretty lucky for him. I think we'll just... I mean, we can't really trick him because he's not going to block this anyway. We could, however... Let's see if he tries to block anything. No. So now we have a decision to make. Do we buff this guy and give it 8? That means we would do 11 damage and we would bring him down to 10. Or do we play the Silver Talent? To be honest, I think we should just go for the throat and just try and knock him out before he gets his whole constant thing up and running. Let's see if anybody's following. Is anybody looking? No, just me. There's one person watching. I think that's gonna be me. Is it? Well, we'll see. Yeah, it is me. Hey, the stereo. Alright. I'll just keep talking as if there were people watching this. Because hey, it's the first stream, so let's try, right? Dawnstead. So this is a 2/2 flight. It can't be interrupted because it's a spirit. And when he controls a constant, it has +1/+1. That doesn't stack, by the way. It's not that he gets +4, +5, or whatever if he has more constants. Alright, let's F10 here. Ooh, he's got a Merry Caravan. So whenever he plays a resource, this will add a counter to it, and for each counter it will play a troop. Excuse me, when you play a resource it will get a counter, and it will deploy a troop with cost equal to that counter. So the first time it's a 1-cost troop, second time it's a 2-cost troop, etc, etc. Alright, so here we go. We play another shard, because why not? I guess we'll also play out our Ancestors Chosen and see what we get. Oh, silly me! I thought it was one of the what do you call it? I thought it was one of the Ancestral Specters. In that case, I guess we'll just attack. See if he tries to block our Adaptatron. Then we'll give it crush. Does it already have crush? It already has crush. Yeah, sure. Take my silver talon. I'm totally good with that. And then we're just gonna play out our silver talon. Oh, I should have given this one more attack. That's silly of me. Oh well. I don't think he really has a chance to come back from this at this point. Although that does a bit sound like famous last words. A verdant mill, alright. I'm gonna contract kill his Wrathful Seed Heart. And we're gonna swing in for the win. Alrighty. That's 2-0 for us. Alright, so here we go. Let's do another one. I'll go first. Do we want to go first? So we're playing Lightning Sky Hunter. Oh, I can't see his. Oh, I can see his cost. So he has a basic charge power, which is he needs to have a sapphire and a diamond shard, a resource threshold, I guess you call it. And then for 4 cost, he can summon a random troop with flight with cost 3 or less. And his passive is troops without flight have -1 attack. Alright, so I think we're gonna go first, because in this case we don't want to be lingering too long. I think this is not a good hand to keep, so let's try our luck and replace it. This looks better. We have some of the, well, we have all of the ancestors chosen, and we have some card draw here. So yeah, I think this could be a good one. Let's play out our. Oh, so this is tricky. So the Well of Cunning. Like everybody makes this mistake at least once, right? The Well of Cunning only gives you a resource, or excuse me, a threshold, if you already have one of these. So if you have a blood or a sapphire threshold, you can gain a blood or sapphire. But if you have none, like we have right now, you just get the resource and the charge, but you don't get any thresholds. And we do need those. The blood threshold doesn't really help us at all at our first turn, because we don't have any one cost blood things to play. So we might as well just play out our slow shard, because we're not doing anything on turn 1 anyway. We choose the sapphire, and from here on we have 2 fast shards, which is good. So alrighty, so we're gonna go on to continue. And then let's see. Alright, so we have our Ancestors Chosen here that we can play out, and we have a Cerebral Jackhat. I think we're just gonna play the Ancestors Chosen. So in this case, I'm just gonna play the Blood Shard. Why not? So there we have two resources that we can play, and we'll play the Ancestors Chosen, which have -1 because of their passive of Lightning Sky Hunter. As you can see, troops without flight have -1 attack. But that doesn't really matter, because we have the Ancestors Chosen just to make those Ancestral Spectres. You remember, those are the 2/2 flights that draw you a card when you deploy them. Alright, so our opponent is not really doing that much. He's probably waiting for, I don't know what he's waiting for. So let's just stick to our own plan. I think, so we could play our Fentio, because we can use the Well of Cunning and make a blood shard. Or we play another Ancestors Chosen and a Cerebral Jackhat. To be honest, I think we already have enough Ancestors Chosen on the board. So let's just go for the Fentio and see if we can fill his deck with our little spider eggs. Bam! Here we go. Alright, pass the turn. We can attack, but it doesn't really matter because we don't have any attack on our Ancestors Chosen. Alright, F10. Wow, he's really not doing much, is he? That's gonna cost him dearly. So let's activate this right away, because we don't care about its attack, as it doesn't have any. I think we're just gonna. I think we're just gonna play these out. So we'll make a sapphire shard here, and then we'll play the cerebral jack hat, and we'll play the ancestors chosen. And you know what? I think that's all for now. Do we want to use the cerebral jack hat? See what we get? I really don't, because we don't have any open resources, so we couldn't play it anyway. We might get the zero cost destroy void target troop, but then he doesn't have any troops, so that would cost us. On the other hand, he is going to have a troop next turn when he has 4 resources open. So you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. So just double click this. Oh, that's not working this time. Let's see what we get. Ooh, we get an extinction. So let's get rid of the blood shard. We don't really need it, and this way, if everything goes horribly wrong, we have an extinction. And if it doesn't, we can use the two cost discard this and draw a card next turn. We'll keep our charge power as it is right now. We're not going to use it because we can't use it right now, and I always think that it's best to only activate it in the turn you can actually use it. I think I read that somewhere. All right, let's see what happens. Air superiority. All right, so he's really building up, isn't he? And then he doesn't use his charge power. Oh, he doesn't have any diamonds. Okay, so he can't use his charge power, not yet at least. So let's continue to fill up his deck, because I think this might be a Tarantula game. Let's play our Ancestral Spectre. See what we get. We get another shard. Let's play the Cerebral Jack Hat. Oh, we get a contract killing. Let's keep the contract killing. Let's get rid of the blood shard. And let's play out the Ancestral Spectre. See what we get. We get another shard. So we still have no attack, except for the Ancestral Spectres, but they still have Summoning Sickness, of course. So let's just you know, normally I would keep it open to kind of bluff the opponent, but I don't think the AI is really susceptible to that. So let's just discard this and play out our Sapphire shard. So next turn, hopefully we'll get something good, and we'll just pass the turn. What I was trying to say with I would keep it open. So normally discard the Nucleopolis coins. I would play it on his turn, on the opponent's turn, so that we can bluff having a trick or anything. Ooh, that's not so good. But as the AI doesn't really seem to be susceptible to bluffs, it doesn't really make sense, I don't think. So Menacing Grog, this is quite the card. It's a 5-cost triple sapphire a troop that has flight and deploys stun each opposing troop. So this will be stunned, but we can't kill it right away, and I think we should. So bam, there you go. It was short but sweet. If I'm correct, our troops will not know exactly. So they're not exhausted. You have two things. You have exhaust troop or stun troop. An exhausted troop will ready itself on the opponent's turn, whereas a stun troop does not ready itself until the second time it could ready. So now what do we do? I think we'll just activate the Cerebral Jack Hat. We get an acorn and a shard. We don't really need any more shards, so let's get rid of that. Play the acorn, I guess, right? Yeah. Play the Ancestral Spectre. See what we get. Mind Snatch Raven. Alright, well, we're definitely playing this one out because I'm really curious to see what Lightning Sky Hunter has in its deck. So we'll target Lightning. Yeah, let's have it resolve. Let's see what we get. Alright, so he's got air superiority, we already knew that. Bumblebees, not terribly impressive, I don't think. Chilltail Guide, is a flight, 4/4 flight, and he creates a chill for each other troop you control with flight, and put them into your hand. Chill exhausts target card. So if the board was really gummed up, that might be a good card, but we have, if I'm not mistaken, we have a totally empty board, so let's just go for something that deals damage. Or maybe the removal. Ooh, Mystic Naturalist. I love this card. It's not really quick. It's not really it may not be the best card for us right now. But on the other hand, it is a really fun card. and I actually made this post on the forums not long ago about an idea that I think Jeff Hoagland had of being able to use your alternate arts in limited, which I think would be amazing. So just because of that, let's let's take this one so that we finally. This will be probably be the first time I get to play this card anywhere. So it's a shame. It actually is a shame now that it lost all its thresholds because I like the blue border with this card, but that's okay. Let's just play out our Cerebral Jack hat and call it a turn. Bam, F10. All right. Come on, Lightning, give me a match. Ah, there we go. All right. Yeah, so he creates a chill. We already know what this card does. We just discussed it, but he doesn't have any other troops. So that's not going to bring him very far. At this point, probably the constant, what is it called? The void target troop constant would have been pretty good, but I won't make it anyway. So let's see if we can find some removal, because he's gonna eat up. Well, first activate Ventio, because why not? And then, I mean, if we attack, we have 4 2/2s and 3 2/2s and a 2/1, so we'll just eat up one of these and we'll do 6 damage. I don't think that's a really great proposition, so let's see what we can get off our Jack hat. This is what we want, so we'll keep the spirits because I like them. We'll keep the mystic because we just got it. We'll get rid of the extinction because we have so many troops. We don't really want an extinction anyway. And then we're gonna morphology his ass into oblivion, and then we're also gonna play our sweet little mystic naturalist just because. And I think that's it. Yeah, attack with the pack. No, don't attack, you guys. You're not doing any damage anyway. And there we go. The damage train is underway. Alright, what do you got? He's got a bubble bee. Yeah, but that's not going to be enough because everything that we're going to attack with kills him. But that does mean that he's probably going to kill our Mystic Naturalist, which is a shame, but c'est la vie. Alright, activate Ventio. Let's do this. I'm not even going to Cerebral Jacket. I just want to... Let's just get this over with. Yeah, sure. Step 5. Do I play the Silver Talon? Yeah, I guess so. Let's not get too cocky. Alright, so we get some... we don't get any life, but we do get 3 cards, is it? 2 cards. And I guess we'll just pass the turn. That's fine. We'll keep up our morphology in case anything comes in. He's basically dead already, so... He's got a battle agenda, really? You're spending your last resources on a battle agenda? Ah, this is what we transmorphed morphology the Chilltail into, and it now says the same thing. It says draw 2 cards, Underworld Allegiance, which I don't think he has, to be honest. 2 random cards in your hand get when you play the Summon the Dreadling, and because we morphologied it, if he wouldn't have played it, we would have drawn a card. But I still don't think that's a really good play of the AI there, because yeah, he's just dead. Ah, so there's the decree. Fun thing though is that now that we have the morphology, I think we can just bring it back and kill his Radiant Servant. Let's see if that works. So now, yeah, that does work. So because the verdict, the decree, it says when this leaves play, the constant, you know, the voided troop gets back into play, and because the Tarantula has a deploy power saying destroy target opposing troop, we can now not only bring back our Tarantula but also kill off his guy. So yeah, he's super dead. He couldn't be more dead if he wanted. Bam! Everybody can attack. Hoppa! And there we have it. All right. Again, not the fastest deck, but it's a fun deck, and it's quite difficult to lose. All right, who have we got now? We've got the Darkspire Enforcer Elite. All right, we're getting elite crews now. Let's do this. I think we're moving up in the world, guys. They're sending elite troops to us. Boppe. Hey, we got somebody following. We got somebody watching. Hey, how you doing? Alright, what does he do? It does, it says, so for double blood threshold and forecast, choose one at random. Your orcs in all zones get +3 attack, or search your deck for a troop with Darkspire in its name and put it into your hand. And also, which is probably its passive, when an orc enters play, trigger its death cries. At the start of your game, summon a Bloodsoaked Brawler. And a Bloodsoaked Brawler is a 2-cost 0-2 with rage 1, and it can't be blocked. It cannot be blocked by troops with less attack than this troop's attack. Which will be, more each turn it attacks. So I think we're gonna go first. Sure, why not? And what do we have? We have a Blood Shard. We have Necropolis Coins, which is a slow shard with an extra ability. We have a Contract Killing in case he has any quick troops, and we know he does. A Morphology. So we have 2 removal. We have some card draw. We have the Spirit of Retribution, which is a great card, as I mentioned before, because it kind of catches the opponents off guard when they attack into it. And then we have this Mind Snatch Raven. So let's just, I think we're gonna keep it. Keep this hand. We'll play out the Necropolis Coins. That also means we have our blood threshold for the Contract King. Let's just get rid of that right away, because we can't block it with the Mind Snatch Raven next turn. Although we could have blocked it with the Spirit actually. Alright, maybe that was not the best option. Let's hope we don't get punished for that. Yeah, we play the Cerebral Jacket. That's all we can do. And let's see what it gives us. What could we discard? Well, with its equipment, it gives you 2 cards, and then you get to discard 1. Oh, but we don't want to discard any of those. Ooh, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Man. I think we get rid of the Mind Snatch, to be honest. Yeah, let's get rid of the Mind Snatch, because that way next turn we can play out our Well of Cunning, make it a Sapphire Shard, and then play our Fentio. Alright, F10, what are you doing? And a Bloodsoaked Brawler. Alright, well, we'll let that attack into us so we can cheat out our 2 Spirit of Retributions. Make this a Sapphire Shard, and get Fentio in there. Come on, Brute Priest. Show them what you got. Do we want to Cerebral Jackhead? Not really, because I want to keep those cards. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Okay. So what is he doing? He's got a Throat Cutter. Throat Cutter. That's been a little while since I've seen those. Throat Cutter. Orcs you control have Rage 1. Okay, so this is really, well, we already knew, but it's really a orc-focused deck, which is often, yes, we want to activate this puzzle, which is often very synergy-based, and if you take out the one troop that really buffs all the other troops, then you probably get away with winning. So we'll declare defense with these guys. He doesn't have any resources open, so we needn't worry about any tricks. I think we're actually gonna get rid of our Contract Killing. Do we? Maybe not, because we have life drain here, so we're not really too worried about our life total. First of all, play the Spectral. See what we get. We get another Contract Killing. Alright, in this case, why not? Get rid of it. Activate Fentio. Yeah, sure. Let's see what we get, because we have 3 resources open. Yeah, you know what? Let's get rid of the Shard of Cunning and then play the Adaptatron. So the Adaptatron is really cool, as I mentioned before, because you can buff it. So you can just put it into play. In this case, we're going to give it speed and +1 attack, so that we can attack with it right away. And then you can just dump all your resources into it later on, which is quite good for us, as we do not have a lot of troops currently to play. Alright, let's see if he brings anything in, because in that case we might play the Contract Killing. He has a Death Dealer, but he's only attacked with it once, so it's really not very strong. Alright, so now he gets to choose one at random. So either his Orcs get +3 attack in all zones, which would be pretty good for him, I think. Or he can search his deck for a troop with Darkspire in its name. So let's see what he does, what he gets. He got the Darkspire troop. which is better for us. So I think we're actually gonna not kill him right now and just actually we are gonna kill him right now. And then let's see if we get a shard. No, we don't. Doesn't really matter. We'll just buff this up to 3. And Fentio does more good while you know, putting eggs in his crypt or in his deck than actually attacking. So let's have him do what he's best at and attack for 8. Bam! There you go. And we also gained some health there. So this is going pretty smoothly. He's got a Darkspire Tyrant, which has a death cry. Choose one at random. Draw a card for each troop in your crypt with Darkspire in its name, which is not that much right now. Nothing at all. Or deal 2 damage to each opposing champion for each troop in your crypt with Darkspire. So we don't really care about this death card that much. So what shall we do? So we're making this a Sapphire because we already have 2 blood, and 2 blood is the maximum threshold of cards we play. So well, let's just activate Fentio. Let's see what our Cerebral Jackhand does. Alright, so let's get rid of the shard. We can't really do anything here, I think. No, just defense, but that doesn't really help us that much. So let's attack first. And yeah, that's gonna be almost gonna be game. We're gonna play. Yeah, we'll play this just for, I don't know why. And then we have the Morphology still up if he decides to get funky on us. Ooh, what has he got? He's got a Blood Pit Reaver. Rage 2 at the start of your turn. Destroy each troop with the lowest attack. Jesus. So that would be Adaptatron next turn, but he's already dead by that time. Yeah, we really don't care about this at all because we have our 2/2 flyers. Our 2/4 flyers, which are just gonna attack and kill him this turn. And bam! Did it. Alright, I think we're gonna face the boss of this tier. Is that true? Yeah. Oh, it's Hogarth himself. What? So I perfected the arena once before, just one time, which was and it had Hogarth, Master of the Arena Elite, as the final boss. Here, you know, the gold one. And I managed to kill him with this deck. Actually, this is the second time I played this deck. So I'm pretty confident that we're gonna whoop his ass. Let's see if we do. Battle Champion. Alright. So my sleeves are obviously cooler than his sleeves. So that's already a moral victory right away. You gotta assert dominance right away in these things. I think we're just gonna do it. We have two Ancestors Chosen, which are now more expensive. So let's first. Alright, so yeah, let's look at his power. So he has a basic a double Sapphire Threshold 5 cost charge power, and it says put a random Crispin, Mulug, or Goneril from your deck into your hand. And those cards are really strong. Most of all, I think Crispin. It says deploy, take an additional turn after this one, and put each other constant you control into your deck. Opposing troops in all zones have -2 attack. That's pretty good. Mulug says deploy, gain control of target opposing troop, and put each other constant you control into your deck. Your troops in all zones deal double damage. It's scary as well. And then Goneril is okay. I think it says draw 4 cards and put each other constant you control into your deck. Cards in your hand have cost -2. So I'm less worried about him buffing his things than I am about him debuffing our things. And yeah, so his passive was cards in opposing champion's hand have cost +1. That's why our contract killing is 1, and why our Ancestors Chosen are now 2 instead of 1. He also gets to start first, So is this gonna work for us? I think so, because we have the spectral acorns. So in case of real emergency, we can pop those. Um, I kind of prefer to keep those for the tier 3 or for the last tier, but you know, if we need to, we have them. And then after our first turn, we could contact kill something of his. So I think we're gonna keep this and see where we get. Alright, what does Hogarth say? Oh, he's a sweet guy. He says, for defeating the previous challenge, you will start this boss fight with 2 charges. Well, we can actually use those, I think. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Alright, so normally I'd like to play the slow shard, but I do want to have our contract clean up. Well, first things first, spectral acorns. What do we get? We get an adaptatron, and we get another shard of cunning. Alright, so well, yeah, I think we're just gonna play this one out, and then yeah, we're gonna play this one out so that we can play the Ancestor Chosen on turn 2. I think that's best. So in this case, we want to have the blood shard because we already have a diamond of a sapphire one. And should we get Fentio on the should we draw Fentio, then I want to be able to play him on turn 3. All right. Let's see how this goes. He's not doing anything. That's great. Okay, that is really great. Let's play out our Sapphire Shard and get our Ancestor Chosens out there. Because I want to be able to draw those spectral, what are they called? Spectral Ancestors? I keep forgetting the name. But anyway, the 1 cost or now 2 cost 2/2 Flying Troop that says draw a card. Alright, put those what's it called again? Put those Ancestral Spectres in there, baby. I think we're just gonna continue doing that. So let's play this out as a Sapphire. I'm not sure if we have any cards that are double Sapphire threshold, but we certainly have the blood shard there. So we needn't worry about that. We're not gonna use our charge power just yet because we have nothing to use it for. So why would we? And just attack for 1. Bam! That's the first step, Hogarth. You're going down. You're going down. Okay, so by this time we already had 3 activations, so there's 6 Spectral Ancestors in our deck already. Let's play out another Blood Shard. I think this is just gonna be, we're gonna kick his ass with Ancestors. Spectrals, Chosen, doesn't matter. And we'll keep up our contract killing, because I have the feeling that he's gonna be doing something on the next turn. I mean, he should be doing something on the next turn. Come on, man, fight me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is the medium bad one, I think. Gain control of target opposing troop. Yeah, but that's joke's on you. That's a 1/1, so that'll be a 2/2 then, or a 1/1 that does 2 damage, which is okay. I'm not sure if we should spend our contract killing on him actually. It's such a petty little thing. I mean, yeah, I don't want him to put Ancestral Spectres in his deck, but then shouldn't I wait for something a bit more impressive to use my contract killing on? I think so. Let's just let's leave it. I think we're just gonna if I put this in, I think we're just gonna put this in here, and then if he attacks into it, we'll just make it a 1/3 by using the 1 cost 1 shot, and then he'll lose his troop, and he does 2 damage, but that won't kill us. So yeah, we'll just do this and then see if he oh, he does defend. All right, he does block. That's fine with me, to be honest. In that case, we'll play out our second Ancestor Chosen to make up for the one we just lost, and pass the turn. Alright, so what do we have there? He really doesn't want to. Alright, well, in that case, I think we're just gonna start smashing in his head. Yeah. We can play this out, but it doesn't really do us any good. We don't have any 6 cost or 5 cost drops, which now would be 6 cost. So Yeah, let's just keep this. It's fine. All right, F10. Why are you not playing, Hogarth? What is this? I mean, I thought this. Well, all right. Well, in that case, we're gonna play out our diamonds, so we can play out our silver talon. He's gonna draw some cards. Oh, another contract killing. I'm not sure if we need two contract killings because he's not playing any. He's not playing anything, so we're just killing ourselves basically. But yeah, let's hope he puts out something this turn without spell shield, so we can just. Oh no, we couldn't even kill it because we don't have any resources. Why is he not doing anything? Ah, so this is not good at all. So he takes another additional turn after this one. He puts each constant he controls into his deck, which is the what's it called, Mulog, and opposing troops in all zones have -2 attack, which is that's not great. But oh, all right, and he has an Empress, but he doesn't have a blue shard. He doesn't have a sapphire shard. So in that case, we'll just hope he doesn't have one either this time. Yeah, but we're not gonna. Are we gonna block? Yeah, we are gonna block. And what does he have? Ooh. Summon a copy of target troop you control. It gets all socketed powers of this. And then deploy, create a random action with cost equal to or less than this card's cost. That you meet the threshold requirements to play and put it into your hand. Alright. Okay, so he has 2 Empresses now. But we also have 2 contract killings. So we're not really that worried. We don't have lethal, I don't think. Ooh, interrupt target blood or wild card. Ooh, he was anticipating that. But is he anticipating a second one? I guess we'll find out. Nope, he wasn't. Alright, in that case we'll play out our Ancestral Spectre, get another contract killing and kill his... Oh, like a pro, man. We are drawing like a pro. Bam, there you go. Alright, and then we'll just attack for 3. Yeah, I think we're getting there, guys. I think we're getting there. If we don't get any really rough... But then again, he has 8 resources and he has a full hand. Why is he not playing anything? I don't understand what's going on here. Alright, so we wanna put 3 into this cost here. So that it's a 6/3 Swift Strike. And then we'll deal 7 damage to him. And then we can also play his Ancestral Spectre. I think that's a good course of action. So let's attack with this. Continue to declare defense. Combat damage, so then we'll give it +3 on Swift Strike. Swift Strike is not really relevant right now, but the +3 is. Bam, there you go, Hogarth. And we'll just play another Spectral Ancestor. Man, we're drawing all the Ancestral Spectres. Not that it does as much good with the -2/-2. Hey, that is really good for us. So he got rid of his previous constant. Oh, wow, that happened quickly. But it doesn't really matter, I think, because he doesn't have enough to block. Does this have life drain? No, it doesn't. Alright, we'll just ship and go for the win. Bam! Hogarth, there you go. Alright, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think this is going well. So let's keep at it. Battle Champion, Time Step Magistrate. I'll just walk away for 1 second to grab myself a quick little snack. Be right back.